Alright, what's up everybody? This is Rob Shack. Thank you guys so much, gals, so much for watching. We are going to be using the Mazda Kusabi today, and we are going to be using this car in a weird race. I'm going to explain this in a second, but be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help me get to 1,000 subs. Hoping to get there by the end of the year. As of right now, only 8% of my viewers are subbed, and I'd love to get that number higher. I'll stop asking once I get there too. So, here we go. This is the World Compact Car Cup. So I learned something today, and I think this. I mean, again, it's years later. So if this isn't helpful, if you haven't already figured this out, maybe I didn't know this. I'm going to show you all a trick here, because you can't sort your cars by the millimeters dimension that they have as a requirement. It's very silly. I don't know why, but they don't let you sort by them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to check every single car in the game that you own, and it's again, it's pretty straightforward. I would have actually, it makes sense now, but I never would have thought to do this, because you can't just like view, there's no info screens for any of the cars in the game, like in GT2 basically. Like, they don't have stuff like that in this game. So what you have to do, first I'm just doing a little bit of a tune-up. I don't think I'll need too much for this race, because these races have such a small requirement here. But I think cars have the description in the if you could see it in the car, like in the description, but a lot of cars aren't in the dealership. So what you do is you just go and look at the car. You can see the dimensions by going to sell. I didn't know that this was here. So that's one way to see it, and that's the best way to see it. So like I just went through and checked every car to see if I could race them in this race. And I found out that the Kusabi works, and it's the slowest car that I'm using. It's the slowest car that I have that fits this mold, so I'm using it. What I'm doing in this game, if you're new to the channel, is I'm using every prize car at least once, which is why I was randomly looking through this and picked this car. It is a championship, which I did not even expect. So yeah, we're kind of jumping all around here, but it's because you don't want, for me, it's only for me, because I'm trying to use every prize car once. I was checking this intentionally. I was trying to figure out what I want to do next, and I was like, oh yeah, I've got to make sure I use up all of these things quickly, because yeah, it gets kind of crazy. So, because obviously if you're trying to use up every prize car once, like I could have just used the Honda Life Step Van, which I tuned up for a different race, again here, but I'm trying to use every car once before I recircle. I haven't quite figured out how I'm gonna do rally races, because those are gonna be interesting, but yeah, I'm using the Mazda Kusabi, which is a pretty sweet looking car, honestly. I'm surprised they never made anything like this. Mazda has some fantastic concept cars in their repertoire. You can definitely go and look online. There's like a million sweet looking cars. My favorite is the Furai, but if you have a favorite Mazda concept, let me know in the comments below, because I'm very curious. For me, easily the Furai. But yeah, so we're on the World Compact Car Cup. Dimensions have to be, the car has to be less than 4,000 millimeters is what it says. I don't think that's actually the dimensions you use for a car, so I'm not really sure what they're talking about. Like, is it 4,000 millimeters? That seems really small, like really, really, really small. So I don't know if that's what they mean. They might mean something else. They might mean, like, I would believe maybe centimeter. I don't know. 4,000 millimeters just seems, I mean, that's what, 4 meters? Oh, well, a 4 meter car? Yeah, that seems wrong. I don't know. But hey, let me know if you know that too. I don't know. It seems like a 4 meter, this is not a 4 meter car. It feels like if I laid down, I would not be taller than this car, or longer than this car. That's just my theory, but maybe I would be. I don't know. Kind of hard to put myself in the game when I'm sitting right here, so, you know. But yeah, we're using the Mazda Kusabi. It's a very good car. I don't remember which way to unlock. It's a licensed car, prize car. So I think it was maybe getting all silvers got me this car. So pretty pumped that I'm actually able to use it. Again, I'm trying to just show every car a little bit in this game. There's so many cars in this game. It could be so easy to just run around and prize car it with one prize car. Use the, Camaro LM race car and just sweep every race. But where's the fun in that? Like, what I wanted to do was get a diverse group of cars, use a different prize car every single race, And I mean, again, we'll see when we get to the special condition races with the rallies. Like, I don't know how we're going to do that. I mean, probably what I'll end up doing is anytime I win a rally car, I'm just never going to use it. And then just try to see if I can collect as many as possible. Because it gets tough to search every car for dirt tires. Like, I could do that, but I'm like, ugh, that sounds exhausting to have to look for every car. And I mean, what I could do is just kind of see what cars they use and then basically just buy. That's what I might end up doing, is just like buying whatever car I raced against in the used car dealership. We'll figure it out, because I bought the Camaro Z28 2 weeks ago, or well, it was a long time ago, but I used that car to win the Camaro meeting last week. Well, I did the max speed test on the IROC Z concept, so it was 2 weeks ago was the last race, and I bought that car in the prize dealership, and I did that because, or in the used car dealership, I did that because I'm like, again, I want to use a different car every time, because there's just so many races in this game. There's so many, and it's awesome. And so it'd be really lame if I just used one car. So yeah, here we are, using the Mazda Kusabi, which looks really cool, by the way. We are destroying everybody. I mean, I'll show the replay of this one. I don't see there being anything super jazzy with this one. Again, like, in a race like this, it's hard to tell what car is going to be really good, so I didn't want to start messing with the AI here. I may just kind of monitor what cars look terrible if they ever start in a higher up position. Maybe I'll do some AI fails. I don't want to always do AI fails, because I know there are some people who don't like when I mess with the AI, but the AI in GT4 is so great that it's kind of hard not to mess with the AI, just to kind of make it a little bit more jazzy. That's just what I'm going for, but we'll see. We'll figure it all out. We have one more lap to go. Got a 153. It seems pretty good for Seattle circuit in a car with, I think I have less than 200 horsepower. It's very light. This car's very light, though. Basically feels like I'm driving like a Lotus hatchback, if you will. It's definitely not, but it feels like it. Gives off that vibe of light engine, light car. It's very light. This car's very light. I did not realize how light it was until I went and looked after I did the little weight reductions. Like, this thing is super light. So we'll see. We'll see what cars are going to be in the last two spots. I could really see, I mean, all those cars seem like they could be slow, but I think they tune up some of them. I never really know. With these games, I'm pretty sure even in GT4, when they tune up cars, you can't hear it. I know in GT3, if the AI are tuning up their cars, you can't, they sound exactly like the stock form. It's very weird. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but you think that they would just code that for the AI too? Like, if the Viper fully tuned sounds like the GTSR Team Areca, then just do that with the regular Viper. I don't know. It's fine. But I don't even know if they tune up cars in 4. I think they do tune up cars in 4, but they still just sound exactly like the stock form. And that makes sense. It would get really complex if because some cars, like I remember in GT2, they would like tune up cars behind the scenes, and like if you had them sound differently every single time, it could get really crazy. Like in GT2, they did that, but every AI car sounded exactly the same, like every single car. So like it was just the turbocharged and naturally aspirated that sounded different from each other. But that was it. So like it would get immensely more complicated if they changed all the sounds. But yeah, I'm glad that they do it the way they do it. It doesn't really bother me at all. So all right, we did a 153, 2. It seems pretty good. If y'all can beat that, go for it. So the Toyota Volts, which looks just like the Pontiac Vibe, did horrible, and so did the Polo. Interesting. I kind of thought that it would be the Micra. No offense. Actually, I thought the Micra and the Mini would be terrible, but it seems like it's the Volts and the Polo. So yeah, maybe we will have some AI fails here, because it's just a championship. We're racing all the same cars, and the Polo and the Volts got destroyed. So yeah, I may have to do some AI fails. We'll see. But thank y'all for watching. I'll show the replay now. Peace.